Hey guys, new episode, so also a new location this time. Behind me is actually the central station of The Hague, which is called in Dutch, it's called Den Haag. The Hague is a very specific city for me. That means that I used to live here, so it's close to the heart, I guess. So what we're gonna do is basically we're gonna walk around and we're gonna see what we can find. I personally like The Hague a lot more. Reason for it is it's less crowded, it's a little bit wider, the streets are a lot wider than Amsterdam, for instance. Place where the king and queen live, it's also the place with all the embassies, so it's such a better vibe, I believe. So what you also will see actually is that we have a saying in The Hague, and that is that it's either underwater or under construction. So a lot of these things you will see is because they are building behind these. I don't know, I cannot even see it, but so we will start out at least here between the skyscrapers. Well, skyscrapers, of course, a relativity term. They're quite high for Dutch standards. So I would say just let's go again. I'll show you around, and yeah. So the first stop is actually we're going inside the train station, and I will show you how it looks like, and definitely the roof. I cannot talk very much, so I'll just show you guys what you have to look for. The roof is made from glass, but there used to be a lot of issues with it when it was built. But there used to be so much problems with it that if it would be snowing in the Netherlands, which is a rare occurrence, the snow was so heavy that basically the glass ceiling would just fall down. But it's not just a drop of like a meter or two, no, it's a drop of like at least 20 meters. So there were a lot of issues with it. A lot of people there did not dare to go into the train station at a certain time anymore. Luckily they did something with it that it doesn't happen again, but you know, still. So I'll show you guys. Like I said, I don't know if you guys can hear me because it's going to be really loud in the train station. So, and it's actually these glass panels up. They would just basically get so full with snow, become too heavy, and it would just fall down. As far as I know, nobody got killed, but I'll have to look it up actually. But I don't think anybody ever got hurt or killed by it. But still, you know, if it falls on you, you won't survive. So you see some people wear masks, some people don't. I think it's actually required if you are in the train station as well. But who cares? Dutch people really don't care about it anymore, I think. So this is basically a train station, a tram station on that side. And also upstairs is basically bus station, which is there's an escalator there, so it's very convenient, everything is close by. Oh yeah, and a sort of metro station. It's not really a metro, but there's a sort of mix between a tram and a metro that goes to Rotterdam. So, and it's also here, that directly goes to Rotterdam. So there aren't many skyscrapers here, and there are actually only ministries as far as I know, so offices for the government. There is, some of them are houses, but they're further there, as you can see, but they're a lot lower than this one and the one behind this building. Yeah, it's not New York, but you know. As you can see, this is yeah, the three tallest buildings here. So one of the things that I want to show you is that massive building behind me, that big white, well, I wouldn't say piece of concrete, but it's, well, it's big. It's basically the city hall. So when we saw like the city hall in Brno, and then you see this, there's such a huge difference, because the second part, all the way in the distance, is also still part of it, and it's all connected, and it's awful. So here's basically all whatever happens with the city is just all being registered here. It's massive, and a lot of people actually in The Hague don't like this building. It's built somewhere in the 80s, mid 80s I think, but nobody really likes it. But you know, it's so huge, so what are you gonna do with it, right? Destroy it, demolish it and build something else? It would cost millions and millions. I don't know if we can go inside. Normally you used to be, but I was here yesterday and then the doors were closed because, well, it's not very spectacular on the inside, but you know, I still want to show you. So let's see if at least I can go in there. Just have to look where I'm going. And while we're going to the entrance, it's the other building here. It's under construction. It's now been under construction for 4 years. It's basically the new National Theatre here. It's huge. So it's gonna be like very high-tech inside as well. At least that's what they said. And it should have been completed already, but you know, because of what happened, it's still not done. And hopefully, because you know, it looks like it's nearly finished, so probably they're doing the insides now, and then hopefully I think by next year there will be just a normal national orchestra again in there. And oh, if you like those kind of things, it's definitely worth it, right? So I see that the doors are now open, so let's go inside. Man, it's big. So you can see we can go in there, but there's some people are waiting for it and I have no idea why. Yeah, there are people waiting in line. Plus I actually don't know if I can film there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go ask him if I can go film in there. If not, then I won't show you guys, of course. If I do, well, that would be great. So let's ask him. So unfortunately, filming is no-go because you're only allowed to go in if you have an appointment to just collect your driving license or some other things. So I asked him, he said like, no, you really need an appointment to go in. Just my luck. Well, you know, it is what it is, right? So maybe next time when I'm actually again in The Hague, and the times will be better, I will definitely show you the inside. Now I'm going to show you a place that I think is the most wonderful building here in The Hague. And that's actually the building where the government is situated normally. However, just like a lot of things here in The Hague, it's actually undergoing a renovation, which means that they are kind of closing it down for 5 years, and it will cost them more than 100 million just to renovate it. But once you see it on the outside, you kind of know why. Because it's a very old building, but a very, very beautiful building to see. So this is sort of the outside. And you know, like when you look at the other video I did about Amsterdam, most of the buildings kind of look alike here, but they have the same kind of architect. So at least let's go in. Look at this. Look at this. Every third Tuesday on September, I think it is every third, we have something called Prinsjesdag, which basically means Prince Day, and that is when the government announces the new economical situation of the Netherlands. And then that is, as far as I know, being held inside. King actually is gonna read the new economical situation, so what we can do, what we can spend, and those kind of things. A lot of media, a lot of television, that always happens here. So as I said, they are now gonna reconstruct this building because apparently inside it's falling apart and it's gonna cost so much money. It's crazy, and it will take them 5 years. So now the government is situated in a different building, which I actually have no idea where it is. Not that it's very fancy, but yeah, so you know, most of the time here are also like television crews when something happened, or you know, the government's gonna announce new things. That's always happening here. I also want to do a very special shout out, and that's actually to the ice cart that we have there. That guy is here already for 40 or 50 years. He's always been on this location, and you know, his ice cream is legendary. Let's see actually if I can ask him how long he has been here, because I've seen him many times on television. I think he's been here a very long time, so I can ask him. So he was standing here already for 45 years. Can you guys believe it? Got a great ice cream from him, really cheap. He's not very happy at the moment because he has to close down his ice cart, because they're gonna close this whole location for the next 5 years from September. So, well, unlucky for him. Anyway, let's finish the ice cream and let's continue. So let's exit through the gate. I'll show you guys some other things that I really like about this city. A lot of palaces though, there's more than one here. So let's see if I want to show, no, I probably will not show them all because there's quite a few. I'll probably show the nicest ones.